I'm literally going to prove it to you right now that your thoughts create your reality using a scientific equation. So, as we know, right, thoughts are energy. You take an EEG, and then you'll see there's actually electric patterns in your mind. And so, this stuff is just energy. So, if your thoughts are energy, well, wasn't there an equation by this guy, Einstein, who basically said that E equals mc squared? What does that mean, bro? That means that energy equals mass times the speed of light. That what that means is that your thoughts eventually are going to turn into mass, which means your thoughts create your reality because your reality is just the mass, it's just the things that you see around you. And then if thoughts are energy, then it's creating everything. That means if you're unhealthy right now, who's causing the unhealthiness? If one of your organs right now is getting destroyed, like it's getting unhealthy, who is causing that? It starts with the thoughts. Things can never become things unless they are thoughts in the beginning, because things, they always go back to energy. So this is the thing. This knowledge is actually crazy. Just because the moment I learned that, I just learned. I'm like, oh my god! So the entire time, I was the problem. The entire time, my life was bad because I was the reason that was making it bad. And that's such a great feeling to have, just because it makes you think. It's like, wait a minute, like all the responsibility has just been on me all along. And once I actually realized that, that means that okay, if I start having proper thoughts, positive thoughts, that means that okay, through this I can change the reality, I can change the mass. And for those of you who are Muslim and you're doubting me and you're thinking that everything I'm saying is like pure shirk, listen, wasn't there a whole hadith qudsi too, that basically says I am what my servant thinks I am? So here it is, I am as my servant thinks of me. What that means is that if you think that Allah is always going to make your life bad, then Allah is always going to make your life bad. Notice what I mean. It's like if you think that Allah is gonna do this to you, then Allah is gonna do that to you. That's why it says right here, expect good things from Allah. Expect your prayers to be answered. Allah says in Hadith Qudsi, I am as my servant thinks of me. It's like this is the biggest proof that this is the reality. So why are most of you that are Muslim are doubting this? So nowadays what I do, I'm like, every single thought that I put in my brain is supposed to be a thought of goodness. So for example, if something happens that's like bad for you, right? Let's just say you lost a lot of money. In my head, I'm just like, I lost a lot of money. That means that Allah is trying to help me gain more money. Like this is the reason why I lost a lot of money, because Allah is helping me gain more money. And who are you to even say that like Allah is doing this to punish you? Allah is doing this to like harm you? Who are you to say that? So might as well say to yourself something that's empowering. Say to yourself something that makes you limitless, that makes you unlimited, that gives you even more energy. Because again, I am as my servant thinks I am. So there was a quote that I wrote right here, which basically says, your own mentality has all the power to make your life into anything, either good or bad. That's the thing. It's like if you ever think of it this way, it's like positive thoughts minus negative thoughts equals your current reality. Which means if your positive thoughts are like super little and your negative thoughts are a lot, that means that your current reality is going to be negative. Now, if your positive thoughts have been all good and your negative thoughts have been like not that much, that means that the current reality that you're living right now is going to be good. And I took this quote from a book. I forgot what the book is called, to be honest. This is the truth about man, human. Your own mentality makes your body what it is. So when you look at someone's body, when you look at someone's life, if someone's life is bad, that means that their whole life they've been having bad thoughts. And this is actually crazy, because when you realize that, you're just like, I should not hang around such a person, just because these all these like days they've only been thinking bad. So if I'm around such a person, that means that their negative energy is going to be on me. Now, honestly, for me, bro, I don't really care. If someone's like negative, I'm going to go and make that person positive. For me, I don't care. Like, I feel like I've gotten to a point right now where I'm just like, I'm the one that influences you. You're not the one that influences me. I'm the one that's influencing you. And that's why I'm making videos, because I'm like, Habibi, I'm going to influence you so freaking hard. You're going to leave every single video thinking, dang, bro, I feel limitless right now. I feel freaking powerful. Because this is how you're supposed to be feeling every single moment. Remember, the human has so much energy to the point that if you took this energy, turned it into electricity, you're going to power a whole city. Trust me, this is how much energy the human has. Your natural default state is that of abundance always. Is that of like pure great energy. That's all it is. But a lot of you guys, you've been skewing your life by the thoughts that you've been having. If you actually, by the way, listen, if you start living an entire day of not a single thought, your life is going to start changing so much to the point that you'll see that everything that comes your way is that of goodness, just because the natural state of life is that of goodness. And what's the proof behind that? Who is the one that's creating life? Allah is the one that's creating life. Who is Allah? Allah is the Rahman. The one that's like so much mercy that you can't even imagine the mercy. So if Allah is Ar-Rahman, Allah is Al-Wadud, Allah is the most loving, the most merciful, like the most kind. Allah is the one that's creating reality, the most strong. And because of that, because Allah is the one that's creating reality, that means that natural reality by default is good. It's always good. How can it be bad? And then this one, your own body is a construct of the mind. That's all it is, bro. So if you're noticing that your body, even like your own body, is becoming sick and ill, that's only the construct of the mind. You fix the mind, you fix the body. I truly believe that. And why won't you believe that too? Why do I need to give you proof in order for you to believe that your own body is a construct of the mind? If I'm telling you that your body is being made by the mind, that means I'm giving you the keys, bro. I'm giving you the keys for you to know that everything is made here. So when you fix what's here, you fix everything. That's such a limiting, unlimited mentality, a limitless mentality, as opposed to you just being like, oh man, life is so bad. Why is everything bad happening to me? Nothing's bad happening to you. Everything's happening for you. Everything's happening for your own goodness, even if you think that it's bad. It's basically there to almost like catapult you into a better place. And then this one, physical is just a hologram. Like I told you, when you look at everything and you get down to the atom, you'll see that everything is made by the same things, all just energy. So then if everything is just a hologram, that means that what's the root of everything is thoughts. You fix thoughts, you fix everything else. So look, if you have a damaged organ, that damage is caused by your own mentality. Once again, if you change your thoughts about it, it's gonna be healed. Even better is that like there's levels to this, right? The first level is that man, life is just happening to me. I'm just like a leaf that's stuck in the ocean, that's following the waves and stuff like that. That's how most people think, by the way, because it's an easy mentality, right? Because like you just get it by default just because everybody else is negative. But then when you go a step above that and you realize that life is good, like I control my thoughts and then my thoughts turn things into good things, that's like the second mentality, which is a step above that, which is what I'm trying to tell you. But then if you go a step above that, and the step above that is that when you have no thoughts, you'll realize that life by default is good. By default is good. So if you don't get influenced by the negativity around people, from people, and you just have no thoughts in your brain, you'll realize it's like, bro, like life naturally is good. So this is the thing. If you have a damaged organ, I took this quote by a book, by the way. It's caused by your own mentality. So if you change your thoughts about it, it's going to be healed. I say that sure, if you change your thoughts, it's going to be healed. But if you have no thoughts, no thoughts, look at a baby. I have nephews now, nephews, nieces. So like I look at them and they're just babies, right? I'm looking at them and I'm like, they're having not a single thought. All they're doing is just they're being throughout the world. They're just being. They're not even thinking. Like they're looking at the world. They're observing everything. And these kids, bro, these kids, because they're having no thoughts, everything like the entire world is taking care of them. The entire world is taking care of every single baby. So then when, by the way, when I say the world, I mean Allah. Like Allah, not the universe, Allah. So then when you stop having thoughts, when you live an entire day of not a single thoughts, do you not think Allah's going to take care of you? Allah's going to take care of you and take care of you even easily. Why is there a hadith? I forgot who. I think it was, honestly, I forgot who said it. But they were like, think of your wealth. Like, don't even worry about your wealth. Look at a bird that goes out in the morning and they always come back with a full belly. Because a bird is not thinking, bro. A bird is not having negative thoughts. It's just going, living, being, doing, and then coming back with a full belly. It's all it's doing. It's not thinking. It's not negatively thinking or like being depressed and stuff like that. That has no such thoughts. So when you stop thinking, everything's gonna be healed. And then this one, all illness is disease. Like this is what disease is. Disease. Disease. So then once you get ease, you get illness. Or you heal the illness. Which means right now, if you're having a disease in your body, well, listen, if you just take every single muscle in your body, relax it, just relax the muscles, relax everything, get into a state of submission, get into a state of surrendering, get into a state of Islam, relax every single muscle in your body and stay relaxed. The more relaxed you become, the more you basically get into a state of ease. The more you sustain this state where you're having no thoughts in your mind, you're having no tension within your muscles, this is a state of relaxation and this is a state of ease. Once you get this state, things just naturally start getting fixed up. And why is that, by the way? Why is it that things just get naturally fixed up when you get into the state? Because what's happening is that when you're not in the state, you're taking all this energy and you're putting it into like one small place. Think of it like when you have, back in the day when people used to like run away from like a lion, a tiger, they used to be in a stressed state. Now most people, They're getting into a stress state, but they're maintaining the stress state. Like, for example, someone talks to you bad, or like someone cuts you off on the road, and then you get stressed because of that. And then you keep maintaining this state of stress the entire day. And as a result, what's happening is that because you're maintaining the state of stress the entire day, every single muscle in your body, like every single organ, is not getting the energy that it needs to be sustained. You're taking all this energy and you're putting it into this stress reaction that you're having. Now, once you relax, bro, once you relax and you have none of these thoughts, you'll notice that you're going to start freeing up so much energy and your body is naturally is going to start taking care of itself. Think of it like, why is it when I get hurt, the body naturally is just going to fix it up? I don't have to do anything. It's just going to fix it up by itself because the body already knows what to do because the body is being run by Allah. Once you have no thoughts, it's just going to be naturally in its good state. And then look at this. If your surrounding is unpleasant, the unpleasantness is caused by your own mentality. Because look at it. I used to get so annoyed when people chew loud. They're always just like, that pisses me off, bro. Used to. Nowadays, I'm like, I'm the one that's getting pissed off. Like, this act, like that act is just, by the way, this is like an what is it? ASMR, whatever that thing is called right now. But this act is just an act. It's just an act. That's all it is. Like, there's nothing bad or good about it. It just is. But then my mind comes, back in the day, my mind used to come and used to be like, this is so annoying. Why is it annoying? Who's saying it's annoying? It's just the mind that's saying it's annoying. It's just an act. And that's all it is. It's nothing annoying, nothing good, nothing bad. It just is. So when you stop that, when you realize it's the mind and it's not really you, and you get beyond that, then you'll notice it's like, I am not the one that's being dictated by my environment. I'm the one that dictates my environment. When you get this power, when you get the keys back to your hand, you'll notice that things start becoming so much easier. The things that like you think are hard are not hard. It's just you that's thinking it's hard. If something in your environment is getting you annoyed, getting you stressed, getting you like sad and stuff like that, it's you who's deciding to become sad. What if I told you right now you have the keys to basically in any moment just choose to be happy and you'll become happy? I get so annoyed when people are like, oh, like I'm doing things to be happy. I just want to be happy in the future. I want to be happy when I'm growing older. I just want to be happy in this life. Habibi, you can be happy right now. Who's stopping you from becoming happy right now? Why do you need a permission slip to know that, oh, right now I can become happy? No such thing, Habibi. Become happy right this moment, right now. And the last one, if your problem is lack, that lack is caused by your own thinking. You change your thinking and you change your lack. I told you, like, Allah, one of the laws that Allah has put in the world is that everything is abundance. All of life is abundance. There's nothing that's like lacking abundance. Now, if you're always thinking of lack, you'll get a abundance of lack. That's the beautiful thing about it. This is the law of abundance. Such a hard word, bro. It's the law of abundance, man. This is the thing. Like, when you start changing your thoughts, you're going to have an abundance of those thoughts. Good thoughts, you'll have abundance of good things. Bad thoughts, you'll have abundance of bad things. That's all it is. That's how simple it is. But yeah, man, this right here is just proof. I just literally proved it to you that your thoughts can actually create your physical reality. Try this also for a week. Like, just for a week, become so aware, so conscious, so aware, bro, of the things that are happening here in your mind. And then you'll see it's like, wait a minute, bro. Like, bad things are happening to me because I'm thinking of bad things. That's all it is. Good things are happening to me because I'm thinking of good things. And by the way, the best thoughts that are creating your reality are the ones that are so hidden, is going to take great awareness to become aware of them. And the beautiful part about it is that just pure awareness of the things that are happening to you that are creating your life, just pure awareness, when you become aware of them, that's all you need. That's all you need to change them. There is nothing else to do. All you have to do is be aware of them, and that's all. That's actually all. Now your mind's gonna come and start telling you, it's like, okay, so what's next? I'm aware of it now. So then what's next? There is no next. Who is deciding what's next? It's your mind is telling you there's something that needs to be next. But I'm telling you, there doesn't need to be anything that's next. Do you think a baby is gonna be sitting down and they're just gonna be like, what's next? What's next? By the way, I'm talking about a baby that's like raw, that has not been not diluted. What's the word? I forgot the word. Like, hasn't had dust put on their mind, hasn't gotten polluted. Just a baby that's pure that just came out. Then you'll see like that baby is just being through the world. That's all it's doing. That's all she or he is doing. It's just being, and that's all. And then trust me, once you get back into the state, and I'm saying get back because this is your natural self, by the way. Once you get back into the state of like just pure awareness, just being aware of the mind and that's it, being aware of what's happening and that's it, you'll notice that everything that's going to be coming to your life is that of goodness. And then once you submit to the things that are coming to your life and you follow the path that Allah is making for you, you'll notice it's like, bro, like I'm 100xing my life and I'm doing nothing. I'm not efforting. I'm not doing. I'm just being. You'll get into such a state where you're like, how did I even get into such a state? Because you're not the one that's running your life. Allah's the one that's running your life. And who is Allah? I told you Allah is Ar-Rahman. Everything Allah's going to be putting in your life is that of goodness. Everything that Allah puts in your life is for you. And then once you accept everything with love, once you accept everything with like acceptance and submission, you'll notice that like nothing that's going to come to your life that's going to be harming you, that's going to be bad for you. You're always protected. That's the beautiful thing about it, bro. You are always protected.